Hi folks, so wanted to do a video just to let you guys know a couple of little things. There's some videos coming up that I'm going to upload shortly. Nothing that spectacular, just me out and about in central London, Oxford Street, Marble Arch, Leicester Square sort of thing. So about 4 or 5 videos of that. So I'll probably put them together, maybe make 2 videos out of them, give or take. Anyway, so there's that. They're alright, you know what I mean, but they're nothing necessarily spectacular, but still. Yeah, and now what was the other thing? Yeah, there was so there's a couple of things. And now, oh yeah, right, sorry. So, oh my, I tell you, flipping heck, I want a new brain. This one doesn't work. We're going to get a replacement brain, I wonder. Anyway, so right. So yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention is it's just, I just thought I'd mention it because obviously it does impact on me. My heating's packed up. Typical, it packs up when it's gone really cold and everything, so yeah, it's a bit of a pain. It means I've got no hot water and I've got no heating. Anyway, I phoned the council and they're going to be sending someone round, so they won't be around now until Monday, sort of Monday afternoon, around about between 2 o'clock and 8 in the evening. So I'm going to have to stay in at that time, although I've got to sign on Monday. So I've got to do that, but then I get back here and then they're going to turn up any time after 2 o'clock. So it'll be, hopefully they'll turn up and hopefully I'll get my heating sorted out, because it is getting really cold in this flat now. You know, it's surprising how this flat's really difficult to either keep warm or to keep or to cool down. Do you know what I mean? It takes ages for it to cool down. It takes ages for it to warm up again. Anyway, so you know, got that issue going on, and it's more and actually, you know, even though obviously heating's important and it is getting cold in this flat, to be quite honest, the biggest bugbear thing is the hot water, because I can't wash any of my utensils, pots and pans and all that. You just can't do it with cold water so much, really. You know, you don't get it anyway, you know, high class problem. It's like, oh dear, do you know what I mean? Like, it's like, you know, is that the only real problem I've got? Anyway, so yeah, and then the other thing I wanted to talk about, hang on, let's get this off here a minute, right, is I am going to be starting. Do you know, that's really annoying actually. I've just realised that with this flipping big light on, I was hoping to try and, but of course what it ends up doing is it's just giving me a big shadow everywhere. Right, I'm going to turn that off for a minute, because all I'm getting is a shadow on the thing and then I'm getting my own light. Oh, that's really handy. Right, so what I'm trying to show you without getting in my own light, oh, this is pretty, actually I've now realised it's not. Oh, great video, really professional. Look, I can't even get, I'm in my own flipping light. That's really annoying. Hang on, wait a minute. Why don't I just do this? That might make it easier. Right. Okay, so you see these little red labels. So this is my Crisis at Christmas shifts that I'm going to be doing. It starts on the 23rd. And my first is a night shift, so it's from 10:15 to 8:30 in the morning. Then I got an afternoon shift on the 25th, so Christmas Day. I'll be doing an afternoon shift, so that's from 3 until 11. No, hang on, is that? Yeah, flipping heck. And then another afternoon shift. So the rest of them are afternoon shifts, apart from the 30th, which is going to be the last shift, because that's when it closes anyway, and that's going to be 8 quarter to 8 to That's 4, isn't it? 1600. It's 4 o'clock, I believe. Hang on. No, that can't be right, can it? Yeah. No, yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, flipping heck. I can't work the... I'm useless with 24-hour clock. Anyway, so... like I said, they're my 5 shifts. Which starts on the 23rd, so that's next Friday. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's always interesting, and it's always well worth doing as well. Definitely, very much so. So, one of the things about the crisis thing is that I'm not going to be able to do any filming whilst I'm there. I would love to be able to do that, but it's not really allowed. So, and I get the reasons why. Do you know what I mean? That's perfectly understandable. But there's just certain aspects of it at times that I think, wow, this would be really important. This would be really, interesting for people to see and get a sense of the realities of the situation and what have you, sort of thing. So, there'll be a time when I'd love to be able to do that, and who knows, maybe at some point I'll get the chance to be able to do that and show you guys what it's kind of like. Because I remember last year as well, there was a point, and it was on the last day. The last day they do the breaking down, they're sort of like getting everything put away and all this lot, blah 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 blah. Anyway, so on the last day, most, if not all, of the guests, as we call them, will have left, and one of the jobs that we get to do is we get minibuses that we then drop off the guys and girls to wherever they originally were kipping. So whatever area they were in London, they'll get in a minibus and we'll take them to those areas and drop them off. It's really interesting to see where they all come from. Do you know what I mean? Because they come from all over London. Do you know what I mean? Really far out, some of them. Do you know what I mean? It's fascinating, actually amazing to see where some of them actually spend most of the rest of the year. Do you know what I mean? In a particular area, places that you wouldn't think. You think like, wow, flipping heck, that's a fair way to come, But anyway, so like I say, a lot of them get picked up by the minibus anyway, sort of thing, and then dropped off again and so on. Anyway, so that's one thing, but once all the guests have gone, like I say, we start breaking down the sleeping at bedding area and all the things that have been set up through the whole Christmas period. And then I was in the bedding area last year, and I was helping clearing up and what have you, and most, if not all, of the cots had been, stacked away by that point. But there was loads of debris left around. Do you know what I mean? So when I say debris, I don't mean I just mean like, and I just found it so poignant. I really did. It was, I don't know, for whatever reason, it really just struck me, really hit me, as I'm walking around helping clearing up, and there's like unwrapped Christmas presents that people had left behind, forgotten, and again, this isn't to say like they weren't appreciative of it. They might have just dropped it and not realised. And do you know what I mean? It was the flotsam and jetsam of human beings, human life that had been just left there, and the present, this present that was wrapped up in a nice little bow and everything, it just looked so forlorn and so kind of forgotten, and it was a really poignant image. And I wanted to take some photographs, and I asked them, and I said, like, and I explained my reasons. I went to the shift office and spoke to the shift manager, and explained my reasons, and they were a little bit reluctant, because I'm thinking, well, all the guests have gone, so it's not going to be like there's going to be guests in the photograph or anything like that, blah blah blah. But they were kind of like a bit reluctant about it, so I was a bit, it's kind of like, do you know what I mean? Because I don't know, there was just, like I say, you should have seen it. It was just, for me, I don't know, maybe it's just me, maybe I'm just a bit weird or something, I don't know, but this forlorn present that had been untouched, unopened, and like I say, I didn't get the sense that like, it was deliberately like, oh, I don't want, and it was unappreciated or whatever necessarily. I think just through the ebb and flow of life, being a homeless person and being in that situation, do you know what I mean? And of course, a lot of them are drinking, do you know what I mean? Because that's the that's the one that I always choose to work at, because you know, it's the only place where the homeless girls and guys will be allowed to drink. All the other 10 centres that Crisis open throughout the whole of London, that's the only place where they will be allowed to still drink, because it'd be dangerous for them not to, because alcohol, and I've said this before, and you can check it out, like I said, you can check it out, don't take my word for it, but you know, alcohol is the only drug that will kill you from the withdrawal. You know, you ask any doctor, if you know somebody that's an alcoholic, or if you know somebody that's addicted to alcohol, and you ask a doctor and say, right, this person's been addicted for X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 should they just stop drinking? Every single doctor will tell, no, do not stop immediately. What they need to do is to go through a detox, and they need to come off it in a controlled and in a sort of medical environment sort of thing. You know, if you're that addicted, physically addicted to alcohol, it's really dangerous. You can go into alcoholic fits, and there's also other things as well that can happen from the withdrawal of alcohol. And apparently it's extremely dangerous, you know, and the thing is that I actually saw this happen on my first shift, on my first ever Crisis at Christmas, and there was a young kid, he was brought in, he was about 18, 19, and he was from like the Netherlands somewhere. He was due to fly back home, his father had got him a rehab somewhere, and like whilst they were booking him in and putting his stuff away and everything and this, that and the other and blah blah blah, and it was literally the last night of the Christmas Crisis at Christmas. This about 5 years ago, and so I was asked to sit with him, just chat to him and whatever, just keep him company whilst they sort his stuff out and what have you. So I'm sat there chatting with this guy, nice enough lad and everything, only a youngster like I said. And then all of a sudden he starts going into this alcoholic fit right in front of me. His eyes, literally the eyes, the pupils went over the back of his head. You know, you could just see the whites of his eye. He started fitting right in front of me. And it scared the hell out of me. I didn't know what to do. I was panicking. I didn't know what to do. There was no sign of the other staff at that moment. Luckily, because we're in the bedding area, like I say, we sat on the bunks, on the cots there. And there was these like either Polish lads or Russian lads came over because they saw what was happening, and they brought a bottle of vodka and they gave him a couple of swigs of this vodka and it brought him back. Do you know what I mean? It's crazy. Alcohol is a crazy drug. It really is. I mean, the thing is, the very thing that's killing him was the thing that brought him back. Do you know, it's mind-blowing. It's absolutely mind-blowing. So, you know, I've actually seen it myself. I've actually experienced it. No, well, not personally. I don't mean I've had an alcoholic fit. Luckily, thank God. But you know, the thing is that it's not a pleasant thing. So anyway, like I say, and because, you know, like I say, with my own personal experiences around alcohol and stuff and what have you, so it's a passion of mine, and I feel very you know, that's why I want to work with those guys. That's why I want to work with those people, because, you know, I totally get it. You know what I mean? My own alcohol addiction was bad enough. Do you know what I mean? And my own experiences around it. And maybe I'll do a couple of videos about that. I think I'm sure I've spoken about a couple of the instances that happened to me. But anyway, so like I said, and in fact, on that note, actually, thinking about it, it'll be 5 years in about a week's time, roughly. I'll be 5 years without a drink. 5 years, way! Amazing, I love it. I love the fact that I don't have to drink anymore. I love it. You know, and it doesn't even enter my head anymore. Seriously, it doesn't enter my head. You know, I don't even bother about it anymore. But, like I said, you know, the thing is that doing this crisis thing is really, really important to me. And so I know that, like I say, sorry, to get back to the point of this Christmas present, and it wasn't just the Christmas present, there's other little things, some more personal stuff that had been left behind, do you know what I mean? And like I say, there was all this sort of debris. I know that's not the best way of describing it, because it's not debris as in rubbish or whatever, it's just personal, it was just human activity that, you know, I don't know if that's, I'm not describing it very well, but I suppose the Christmas present was the most poignant thing, because there's this forlorn beautifully wrapped Christmas present that, like I say, I didn't get. I mean, okay, fair enough. I don't know whether the person did deliberately just leave it there or they just misplaced it. Do you know what I mean? Which, in that situation, the chaotic lifestyle that those guys and girls live, it's easily done. Do you know what I mean? It's easily done. So I didn't get a feeling or sense that it had just been deliberately discarded because they didn't want it. Because, I mean, for a start, it hadn't even been opened, and you don't know really what's in it, do you? I mean, you've got to open it to find out what's in it. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know, but. The thing is that it was the image of it, do you know what I mean? And like all the cots had gone and it was in like I say, I'm not supposed to give out the location of the place, so without saying too much, it was in the bedding area was in what do you call it, like a sports hall type, so it was a big, huge space kind of thing, and you walk in and you see all this sort of debris all over the place, as I said, where people's had their stuff for over the Christmas period, and just bits and bobs that have been left, an odd sock here and there. I know it sounds really silly maybe, but all these little things that have just been left behind, and to me it just seems so poignant, so like, wow, do you know what I mean? I don't know, I can't, sometimes things that affect me and emotions, I find difficult to find a way of expressing it through words sometimes. I think that's probably why I like to paint. That's maybe why I'm an artist, because I think images, for me, I can convey better through images than I can through words, I guess. Yeah, sorry, I know I've gone on a little bit, and it was just that, I guess you can tell how much it affected me, how much it hit me, because I don't know, there was just something about, and I wish I'd managed to be able to take some photographs of it, because I just think those images, again, maybe they would have helped to convey the same feelings that I had when I saw that present on the floor and whatever sort of thing. They're just, I don't know. Anyway, so I think I've gone on long enough, and my arm's starting to ache holding this camera. Maybe I should have just got the tripod again. Okay, so yeah, so that's my Crashes at Christmas adventures coming up. As I say, I might do a couple of vlogs just before I get to the venue, and maybe after I've been to the venue. I won't film the venue itself, or too near the location of it, because again, we're supposed to keep the location on the down low, because there's a lot of vulnerable people will be there, and for lots of different reasons we need to keep it what's the name, and that's, I perfectly totally get that and respect that 100%. So yeah, so I might, like I say, I'll do it nearer where the train station is or something, or whatever sort of thing, you know what I mean? So I might do a couple of little vlogs then, but again, I'm not, don't hold me to that, because like I say, I've got to try and respect, keeping the place, I can't find the right word now. You know what I mean? Just respect the anonymity, I suppose, is the point. So okay, so that's, like I say, that's coming up in the next few, in next week, in fact. So for now, I'll leave it there. And as I said, we've got some videos coming up. I know this is a long one, and I know that I've waffled on a lot. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there for now, guys, and I shall catch you guys later. Oh, and happy Christmas to everybody, and I shall catch you very soon. Bye for now.